Hello class, welcome to Chemistry 162 Lab, Fall 2026 at Windward Community College. I'm your instructor, Mike Ferguson. I'm here to show you the overview of the class and to get you started. So welcome. And I have right here now, you're in the Lamaku page. So here Lamaku, and I would probably go here to hit the content, and then it shows you all here the different modules on the left. And you can start off here, getting started. If you're getting started in the course introduction, this is here, and this is where the video is there. And also getting started, some other things. Let's start off with lab flow. Although I'm breaking my rules, I'm in Safari. I just like using Safari. This does, when you set things up, it doesn't work as well as Safari. So setting it up, you probably want to use Google Chrome or Firefox. I have no idea about Microsoft Edge. I don't do Microsoft products. Other than, like hardware, I do Apple. But you have to watch the security features. And you click on this LabFlow app like that. It takes you, but it's going to link you to the course. And it's going to go, you have to go through these things. I don't know what they look like because I'm an instructor. It's going to look a little different for you because you see here my page says needs grading. You obviously don't need to grade anything. I'm the instructor. I need to grade things. But you go, it brings you to the LabFlow class, and here you're going to have to sign up for it. But that's basically you click the LabFlow app, and then it's kind of like with Vital Source. If you're taking my lecture class, you click the LabFlow, and then it gets you through. The difference, though, is that this is done outside the bookstore, so there is no markup for you guys. If you really need something with the bookstore, let me know, and then the bookstore can put on their whatever 20% markup, whatever it is. It's probably 10 or 20%. Maybe it's 20%. So you'll end up paying another $10-ish for the product than if you go through here. So I'm just trying to save you guys money with that. So you sign up for LabFlow. That's an important thing for the first week. And also for the first week, you can go in this meet and greet discussion, and you click here. I have a video where I do introduce myself, so I'm not gonna. You won't hear about me as much here. This is for you to introduce each other, and of course I'm going to read it. So a couple things. If you want to have a lab partner, that's one thing. So indicate that in the introduction. So because I don't mind if I would encourage you having a lab partner, but it doesn't always work though because you guys are your distance class. So it may be practical, may not be to work together. Each student needs to buy his or her own access though. So also when you introduce yourself, let me know what your major is. So that's for me because I want to make sure you're in the right class. So this class is usually taken by STEM majors, pre-med and pre-pharm. So if you're nursing, you might have to take this class, but most nursing programs don't require that. And if you're non-STEM, like if you're like sociology or other majors, so like English or something like that, this may not be the class for you. But so any of the hard sciences, chemistry, physics, biology, and associated subjects, or engineering degrees, or pre-med or pre-pharm, this is the right class for you. This is where you want to be. And so let me go back here. So this is Gen Chem 2, and then table of contents. You got a table of contents, and you see here, left side here, these is the different modules. So, well, I told you, here's your instructor. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go back here. So that's me introducing myself. But go to the meat of the class, the table of contents. Come on, internet. You see here I have the different labs and then their due dates. And then so we have September 23rd for the intro labs. The intro labs are like safety and math use and that kind of stuff. Sig figs. Hopefully it's all review. And then the first three labs. So I'm trying to align this as closely as I could if you were taking, I'm not teaching 162 this term, but if you taking 162, I mean, you start off with intermolecular forces and then colligative properties and then go into kinetics and equilibrium and Le Chatelier's principle, that's equilibrium, then acids and bases and acid-base equilibrium or other equilibria, entropy, and electrochem, kind of going through the same things that you would, like the topics that you see in the lecture class. So I'm trying to align this with the flow of your class, and that's pretty much, and like for general chemistry, we've been teaching the same way since 1960. So when Linus Pauling literally wrote the book on it, so we follow pretty much the same formula since the 1960s, in teaching chemistry. Although our modality has changed a little bit, we have prettier pictures, and of course we're doing online labs. And I mentioned before, I think I mentioned in the syllabus talk, I think online labs are awesome. So hopefully you find this awesome too. So, but we have I'm going to go back to the course here. We have optional study skills. This is optional. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. I have the syllabus up there, and then let's go to this lab here, lab 1. So intermolecular forces via viscosity. So you can click on this. Here is the overview, the learning outcomes, and the purpose and overview of this lab. And then you go here and you do everything in the lab flow app. So the activities: read the lab manual, watch the videos that are in the lab portal, take the lab quiz, run the lab, and then complete and submit the lab report. And the biological intelligence behind it, will grade the labs after they're due. So I'll grade them all together in one big batch. So you'll get that feedback. And then here's the lab flow. So here you go, lab 1. There's the manual. Here's the quiz. There's no video for this one, I guess. Which ones have video? Hey, here we go. Lab 2. You have a video here for that. And then you have the data and report submissions there. So you click on that and you go through that. Okay, and that's the meat of the class, really, and it's the lab reports. Lab reports is the meat of this class. So how do I get in this A in the class? Do well in the lab reports. And so other things that are going on in the class, I mean, hopefully you are on 162 as well. So we here in the University of Hawaii, we separate them into 2 different classes. I will send out weekly emails or announcements. First one is on due dates. Second one is on something science related. And then if you'd like, we can start a discussion. You can participate. Well, we'll start a discussion. You can participate in a discussion on that. So that's your student-to-student interaction. That, and if you have a lab partner, and interaction with me, besides the weekly, me showing you that the new thing in science, also give you feedback on your lab reports. And then also there is a lab exam on this one. The lab reports are 50, or the lab reports are 100 points. The exam is 50 points, so it's not like a quarter of the grade like in other classes. This is a small part of it, but we do have a small lab exam. So welcome to class. Hopefully this makes sense how the class works a little bit more. If you have any questions about anything, let me know. Don't forget to write to the intro forums, and I look forward to interacting with you. So aloha for now.